And through my first company, qbix, we've built all that. Here's the Government Blockchain Association, which is a multinational organization with chapters around the world. This is their WordPress site, gbaglobal.com. They've recently redone it. Oh, they have an internal server error. That's great. So somebody needs to help. Oh, maybe .org. Sorry. Let's see. gbaglobal.org. This is one of our partners. We have many partners. We're going to talk about the Forward Party in the future. Forward Party is now the third largest party in the United States. They are going to need their own software. So here is the Government Blockchain Association, and it's able to publish information to people. That's pretty cool. But all of this information is one directional. So I click on members, and I'm able to see their members. But as you can tell, it doesn't seem like very much like Facebook and doesn't seem very much social. On the other hand, if you use Facebook or use Twitter, you don't have much control. So if you had, for example, twitter.com/New York Times, you can only do what Twitter says you can do. And if they decide to restrict you or change your interface or deplatform you or charge you for talking to your own members, well, then that's what it's going to be. And if you build a Twitter app like Periscope or something like that, then Twitter can simply take it over or compete with it, which is a lot of times building your business on top of a closed platform, okay, is dangerous because that platform can simply compete with you. Going back to essentially these platforms, you could see that none of these Web 2.0 companies would possibly get started if they had to build inside these walled gardens of Web 1.0. So if you had America Online, the closed source, closed ecosystem, and Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg came and said, hey, Steve Case, I want to build a social network within America Online, keyword Facebook. Steve Case would be like, sure, build it, but then eventually he would eat his lunch. He would just have an unfair advantage owning the platform. Similarly, if Pavel Durov with Telegram came to MSN and said, hey, I want to build Telegram on top of MSN, MSN would say, why? We already have chats. We already have this stuff. So again, even all these companies that got their start, Amazon building a store and so on, can only get their start because they built on an open and permissionless Web 1.0. This thing is the reason why Web 2.0 companies exist. And that is also why we need open platforms, just like Web 3, which we're going to talk about, in order to help people to create their own opportunities without having to go to all these gatekeepers like we have today, Etherscan, OpenSea, WeChat. Okay, so here is an example of Web 1.0. Okay, and this is a real organization that has lots of chapters around the world. They literally have a ton of influence and a ton of members that pay dues. But this is what it looks like. And they have tons of working groups, chapters, okay, and events. So here's working groups. And you can go and talk to these groups like asset management, for example. All of this is powered by BuddyPress, which is a plugin for WordPress. Let me do one more. I'll show you events. So here are the events coming up. And again, if you go to one of these events, like the Crypto 2.0 Roundtable, go here. It's going to happen in August 17th. It's happening right now, today. This is what it looks like. Okay, you can join the conversation on Zoom at the following time. Now compare what we've done. So here's the same GBA as a community, okay? And this is an event. You can see the schedule right away. This is an event that took place on January 27th. All these people are the people actually visiting the event. And when you're ready, you can talk to them and you can add them to your contacts. You can add them to your phone contacts, which instantly adds it to your phone. Or you can add them on the site if they don't want to share their phone number with you. You can also connect with them right here on the site. If you're a LP, you could do deal flow. You could run your own site for your LPs. You can have notifications enabled. Another thing you could do is you could do video conferencing. You can have calls. Like, for example, what we're doing with Telegram right now. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll be able to do it here because I'm already video conferencing on Telegram. But let's try. Let's go ahead and here's Andrew Yang, a political campaign. Again, they need to organize people. And they have profiles. and they have events, and now I would like to chat with this person. Start a conversation, and then I go ahead, real-time call, and I try to connect. So again, I could have my camera, so this is where I actually am, and you could have me with my video camera. This is me. And notice that this takes place on your own site. This is your own site. This is not Facebook. It's not Twitter. So you belong to yourself, and your community can be run the way that you want. That's the libertarian vision that we have. Also, we could switch to avatars, which is what we're working with our avatar partners. Avatars are important. One reason avatars are important is because if you're going to have a community and anyone can upload whatever picture they want, for example, you can upload this picture. They can also upload a picture of a butt or something not safe for work. With avatars, that's impossible. With avatars, whatever picture you upload, they're only going to generate an avatar that looks like that picture. So if you put up a picture of a butt, they're going to put up the closest person face that looks like a butt. But it's still going to be a face, and so you solve the problem of people's avatars looking bad. Another great thing is that you can use these avatars in all kinds of ways, and the community will have avatars representing them pretty soon instead of these pictures.